Right, I want to say Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Bashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles who teach the truth and rule well. Salutations to Yahakim, pushing this word of truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom. It's Shakabar Karash back with a quick and transit Abaratazah, be edifying. Basically, I just want to update brothers. The Biden just, passed a bill through legislation. Basically, if you don't know, where it's basically he says he's going to protect the people from cash and things like that. So basically, what he's going to do is make everything digital. Currency is going to be digital currency, all right? Which the Bible speaks about digital currency. When you read Revelation, the 13th chapter, Revelation 13, 15 through 16, when you actually read it, it speaks about digital currency, so that's actually prophecy that he's going to pass legislation basically to make currency digital, which they already been establishing it for years now. We've been knowing that they want to come in with a chip or whatever the case may be. And they taking the opportunity to do so, by ushering in a digital currency. We already know in some places it's already established. Places like Sweden, places in China, overseas. You got whole smart cities where basically it's just cashless society. Even places in the airport, you can go in. And you can, before you enter your card information and just walk out with anything in the store, and it just, it'll charge you for it. We see it with our cards that we got, our banking cards got so-called chips in them, basically where you can just swipe your card or tap your card and you can do a transaction. So these are things that the scriptures speak about, and don't be surprised if sometime by next year, anytime from now until maybe next year, could be the year after, who knows? It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be official thing. They already been doing test runs. They already know that they can do it. They just got to gradually wing everybody over. And most people are with it. And I'll just tell you that. This is a thing that is going to happen because it's convenient for most people to not have cash and not be able to spend cash. They can just use a card. We all kind of been, he kind of trained all of us to use it to make transactions that way. But however, we know what the scriptures say about the MOTB, the charagma, but if you take it, you're basically destroying yourself by taking it, because the Heavenly Father can't do nothing with you once you take that chip, and you're not to take it, especially men and women of the truth. You should know better. We don't, you're not to take it under no circumstances. So basically, how he's going with it, the leverage he's going to use to get people to take it is, all the funds that you have in your bank account is going to be depleted unless you switch over to the new digital dollar or digital currency, which is going to come in the form of a RFID chip. They may have other installments of like cards or whatever the case. I don't know. The scriptures say that he's going to try to put it in your hand or in your forehead. We seen some cases where people already got the RFID chip in their hands, foreheads. I've seen videos where some even had it in their butt. And we know that this devil is going to try to pull this thing off, man. And they basically showing you right before your eyes is prophecy taking place. So you're not going to be able to buy or sell. You ain't going to be able to do a transaction because let's just say you got 20 G's, 50 G's, 100,000 in your bank account, or even you can just have $500, $1,000, $2,000. You're not going to be able to have access to that money unless you got that, that chip, that charagma, what the scriptures say you you're not supposed to get. So at that point, what do brothers and sisters do? The scriptures tell you, man, look, behold, my servants is going to eat. So the Lord is going to make a way for his men, for his servants. We don't know how. It could be in the form of, the Lord could allow somebody to have mercy on you and feed you. Because at the same time this stuff happened, all hell is going to break loose in the earth. You're going to have the same time that they ushering in the chip, you're going to have Jacob's, what is called Jacob's trouble in the scriptures, where you're going to have completely chaos, all hell breaking loose. You're going to have martial law. You're going to have famines. You're going to have sedition among men. You're going to have all these things taking place. So it's not going to really be too much of a society anyway. The scriptures speak about us being pilgrims, all right? And it come to the time where we might have to flee into the wilderness. We might have to live pillow to post. We're not going to know where our next meal come from. We just going to have faith in the Heavenly Father. Some people, you can store up so much. I always use when Joseph was in Egypt, he knew a famine was coming. He stored food up. Now that's one way, where the Lord can make sure you're fed, make sure you eat, is by taking heed to the prophecy we know what's going to happen. And some people store food up. Some people been storing food and water, non-perishable items for years. But it's only so much, that I'll put it to you like this. When you have sedition among men and you're going to have people literally searching house to house, door to door with guns to basically salvage any food that anybody got, and they're going to be destroying people to do so. So when that gets to taking place, it's not going to be a good thing to be a sitting duck, in a house, in your house with food stored up, because people going to be taking notice of that. That people going on your block be able to notice, like, okay, you're not leaving out of your house, so you must have some type of food in there to sustain you. And you just going to have people coming with weapons, and it's going to get real violent. The scriptures speak about Jacob's trouble. It's going to be like a time we never seen before. It's basically going to be a purge. It's going to be like the Purge. We all seen the Purge movies. We seen the apocalyptic movies, Bushwick. You seen what happened in shows like Walking Dead, Z Nation. It's a lot of shows. I Am Legend, The Book of Eli. This is how bad these movies is like a description on how bad it is going to get out here. And don't forget, you're going to have your pestilence and your plagues taking place that's going to cause a lot of people, bring a lot of people to their demise. And like I said, you're not going to be living in the same society that we're living in now, where you got the liberty to go to work and shower and bathe as you please, and to eat and go to the grocery store how you please. No, it's going to be bad out here. It's going to be, you can be risking your life just to go to the grocery store and be able to try to get whatever food they may be rationing out for the high price that they're going to be rationing out for. So these are all things that's falling up on this society. These are things that are going to happen. These things are going to come to pass eventually. And I believe we're in the beginning process of all these things happening on the earth. When you pay attention to what's going on in the earth, and you're in the spirit, and prophecy and the order of prophecy, all these things are taking place on the earth right now. So when it's going to be like a domino effect, when all these things happen, you're going to have all these things happen like a domino effect. You already got the trucking industry that's basically saying it ain't no money in trucking. It's no money in a business of driving, getting your CDLs, like a lot of people try to do. A lot of people try to get this is a time where a lot of people get their CDLs, and it's just not the right time, really, what a lot of people get they CDL this is not the right time to get your CDLs, because the industry, a lot of truckers is coming out due to inflation and high gas prices, that it's not a lot of money to be made. You know, it's not a lot of money for truckers to be made. Once when you could have been making $2,000 a week, you know, that's cut down to maybe less than $1,000 a week, and you got to do maintenance, certain things you got to do on the truck. All right, so and you got to live, you got to pay rent, got to do all these things. So it's not a lot of money in trucking. So you're gonna have a lot of people in that industry, which they already doing. Is I seen a video the other day where basically you had a guy. He basically said, "Look, you right now on how things are, you'll be better off going to get a job in a warehouse." He was like, he's done. He was like, if you just bought a truck to go in business, you just took a loss, and that's what's happening, because you're gonna have a lot of truckers that's not gonna be bringing food to these grocery stores, and these grocery stores, as you already know, only hold 3 days worth of groceries in the store. And inflation, everything is already high, so it's only gonna be so many groceries, and they're gonna ration it out and only let you put so many things in your item, and so many items in your bag, basically in your cart. You probably be able to maybe go in the grocery store and you might be able to get, I don't know, maybe 5-6 items. So you might have to choose wisely of the 5-6 items that you get, and those 5-6 items still might cost you $500 just to get those 5 or 6 items, because that's how bad it's gonna get. So these things make sense, that he's about to usher in this digital currency, man, because basically he's gonna try to fulfill his NWO, his so-called New World Order, and these are things that the scriptures speak about, so it's not new to us. It's gonna be new to the people that don't know or didn't take heed to the scriptures. It's gonna catch you off guard, but we've been knowing through the Spirit. When I say we, us in the know, brothers and sisters that's in this truth and study and know what the scriptures speak about these things. So, hey, we living in a time of prophecy. This is the time where you need to be getting right with the Heavenly Father, because really that's our plan A, plan B, and plan C. That's our A through Z, is trusting in the Heavenly Father and serving Him with our hopes that He has mercy enough to protect us in these times, man. And we got faith in that, so we don't, bug out and be as worried as other people, because the Lord always comes through for us. He always makes a way for us, whether we don't have food to eat, we don't have a job, or whether we having trouble to make ends meet, or we going through tribulation, or whatever the case may be. Trust every time, man, the Lord comes through for us. It may not be pretty all the time. It may not be in the fashion we would like, but the Lord always comes through for us, man. I don't care if you ain't ate and the Lord so happens to have you stumble across a pack of now and laters. Hey, it may not be pretty all the time, but the Lord is going to come through for us, man, and we're going to be able to sustain. The scriptures tell you, Isaiah 33:6, the wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times. So, hey, that's the stability of our times, is having the truth of the scriptures, the wisdom and knowledge that's written in the scriptures. This is the stability of our times anyway. So we leaning up on the Heavenly Father. We trusting in the word of the Heavenly Father and nothing else. We not trying to be self-willed. We're not trying to think that we can, get our own self out of these situations by grabbing guns and going to war with Esau, or looting or things like that, man. No, we ain't looking to do that, man. We looking to comply with the Heavenly Father, and He's gonna make a way for us. We don't know how, but the scriptures say, "Behold, my servant should eat," and it also tells you we shouldn't be weary when everybody else is weary. We will have abundance. So if you serving the Heavenly Father and righteousness and sincerity and truth, you really don't have nothing to worry about. But at the end of the day, it's okay to do certain things, get a little bit of extra water, non-perishable items, little extra canned goods in the cabinets. It's nothing wrong with doing these things because they can sustain you for a certain amount of time. You won't just be, when all hell break loose, you just be all over the place. No. I mean, the scriptures, we take heed to certain things. We know these things are coming, so we prepare ourselves in whichever way we can. So, brothers, sisters, you buy extra groceries when while you able to do so now, do it. You might be able to sustain for that much longer, but it's inevitable the persecution is coming down the line towards the believers of the Heavenly Father, and that we might have to that we are gonna have to flee into the wilderness. All right, so that's inevitable. It's gonna happen. So with that, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles who teach us truth and rule well. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing his word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.